Good morning, you guys. I just dropped little man off at school. It is Tuesday, and I desperately need to get some meal prepping done. I was supposed to do that yesterday, and I ended up not doing it. So I need to meal prep. I need to portion out some of the meat, which the only one I've got left to do is just the ground beef, and that has to be done today. So I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna get a few things prepped. I'm gonna boil some eggs. And I saw some like Italian sausage balls that I really want to try, so I may go ahead and do that. I also would like to do some like pigs in a blanket. I got some of these, but I don't have any croissant rolls, so I may later on end up going and getting some from the store. In addition to that, my sourdough is ready to be used, so I'm going to make a loaf of sourdough bread. Of course, that sourdough bread will not be made today. I'm going to start it sometime this morning, do all of the things, let it proof, and then it'll need to cold proof overnight. So it'll be tomorrow morning when I actually end up doing that part. But yeah, I need to portion out this meat and get some things prepped. I need to portion out the lettuce for salads, so that way I can just grab and go, and it's not that big of a hassle. But let's go ahead and get this ground beef out the way. Honesty, I thought I would get this done last night, but ended up not getting it done because my son just will not go to sleep on his own. Two of these will be going in the freezer. One I am definitely keeping out for later on. I don't really have any like fruits or vegetables that I have to worry about right now. I did not get any this last time at the store, but that may end up being something that I grab. I meant to grab some more celery and some more carrots, but those slipped my mind. I do have some tomatoes, because salad is one thing that I do know for a fact that I need to prep too. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and just get that part out of the way. To be completely honest with you, I should have got some of those chicken strips, like the grilled chicken strips, to also throw in these, but I didn't think about that till just now. I don't think there's anything else that I need to put in here right now, because I need to cook the eggs and let those cool down before chopping them up and adding them to this. If I think of anything else, I will add it whenever I think about it, but I don't think that I have anything else to add. No, I'm not gonna worry about doing all that right now. So I got someone's recipe off of TikTok, and I had to write down the recipe because I, for some reason, don't know what in the world is going on with my printer and nothing will print. So I ended up just writing it down, and I have like these little recipe cards to write them down on. And what I just realized is I need active and bubbly starter, and this is not active, nor is it bubbly. So it does need to be at its peak, meaning that it needs to be doubled in size. So I do need to discard some of that, and I'm just going to discard in the trash. I'm not saving any more of my discard. I do not have the room for it. I do not have the containers for it. So I'm going to discard, and then I'm going to feed it. And then later on today, when it's at its peak, then I will start to make my bread. Maybe baking this bread at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 50 grams. That's a little bit too much. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that's roughly about 1 cup of water. Yeast. Starter. I mean, technically, yes, yeast. There we go. I want to get into also making other different types of loaves with sourdough, because one day I would actually like to do one of those at-home cottage shops. But of course, right now we live in a subdivision, and that would not go over too well, because like I can do things like a kitchen garden and stuff like that. I just can't do anything commercial living here because we do have an HOA. How much is 10 grams of salt? There we go. So there's that. Now we're gonna mix it together, allow it to rest for about 30 minutes, and then start our stretch and folds. stretch and folds. And if you've never worked with sourdough before, I just want you guys to know it is rather messy. So we're gonna do 4 on each side. Okay, so I didn't film the rest of it, but it is now in the bowl. I did mess up because I wasn't supposed to do this part just yet. I was actually supposed to do the warm proofing in the bowl that I was doing the stretch and folds in before actually transferring it over to this bowl. I hope it turns out okay. I'm still going to allow it to warm proof for a little bit of time, and then I'm just going to take it out and I guess shape it. I'm not entirely sure. What's that called? Shape dough in place in the floured bread bowl. Okay, yeah. There's that, and then put in the fridge for 12 hours. I'm also continuing to meal prep some things. One of the things that I'm not showing you guys, but I am putting it on TikTok, is the Red Lobster Italian sausage meatballs. There's that. I'm also going to do the rolls. We're gonna be eating meatloaf tonight for dinner. So I'm gonna leave a few of those rolls out, but the rest of the rolls will go in the freezer to freeze. I also want to go ahead and prep some biscuits as well, because I want to make biscuits sometime this week. More specifically, smoked sausage biscuits, because I grabbed some smoked sausage. Tom Bluey is on the TV. He has also decided that he's going to eat pickles. That's what he wanted. But of course, I still got this whole mess that I need to clean up. I need to put all of this stuff away, get all this cleaned up, and then I need to get started on the biscuits. And here in the next like 40 minutes, these rolls are going to be done. I still have a ton of dishes that I need to do because I figured instead of worrying about all of this stuff, I would play with the little man, which is why nothing has been done. Because even among all of the things that have got to get done, we cannot neglect, it was way too much, family time. So we'll go ahead and cover this. And usually what you would do whenever you would cover it with like saran wrap is go ahead and oil it. But I know for a fact that these are not going to touch the top of it. So I'm just going to leave it as is. I need to go ahead, shape this loaf, put it back in here, leave it to cold proof overnight, and then it will be baked in the morning. It's 4 now, so I can do all of that stuff. Oh no. See, I don't. I'm gonna do this now. That is not right. Stretch this out as much as I possibly can. in case you are unaware of and haven't figured it out yet, but saran wrap and glass containers work perfectly together. So if you're ever going to use saran wrap with anything, use it with glass. Pretty much sums up my day. I hope that you guys enjoyed meal prepping with me today. It has been one very long day of constant non-stop going, and I hope you stay tuned for more. So hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.